My bad. What's up, Laker Nation? It's your boy DTLF, man, back with another pregame. I guess I had the mic on mute. My bad, but thank you guys for letting me know. Lakers Pistons today. We got D Rose in the house. That's somebody who's been linked to, trade rumors. So we got a couple players that have been linked to trade rumors, including Andre Drummond and your boy Kyle Kuzma. So we're gonna have it should be an interesting game, especially to see how those players respond. Now we all know that a lot of you guys love Derrick Rose, so I'm interested to see if he tries to ball out or just come at our neck hard tonight, just to see like if he's interested in the Lakers, and maybe he'll play extra hard. But D Rose, Andre Drummond, I think is very intriguing. His name has been linked to the Atlanta Hawks. So that would be interesting if it happened. I pray to God that the Clippers don't move in on Andre Drummond, because now that would be scary, because they don't have a big man right now. And Drummond, even though I don't see them having a trade assets to trade for somebody like that, but you just never know. And then Kyle Kuzma's name has been, in and out of trade rumors. Today, it was reported that Rob Pelinka is actually listening to trade offers for Kuzma, but he's reluctant because he doesn't want to trade the 24-year-old up and coming star player who's a part of our future. So hopefully he stays true to that and he does not trade him. Honestly, in order for Rob Pelinka to potentially trade Kyle Kuzma, I think it would take a really like a grandfather type offer, like somebody like Drew Holiday or Zach LaVine, somebody like that who's all-star material. Because when you trade away potential and you see what Brandon Ingram and Lonzo and other players are doing who we've traded away, Julius Randle, D'Angelo. What I'm saying? Like, when that happens, guys, at the end of the day, like, it makes you look really bad, and they will be on Rob Pelinka's head, especially if he moves, Kuzma. That would be really, really not a good look if Kuzma balls out elsewhere, which most likely he will. So, but all in all, man, these rumors, take them with a grain of salt. Remember, 75% of the stuff you hear in the trade market never officially happened. So, there's some things that do happen. I'll leave it to like 25% chance. But like let's say Kevin Love, I think there's a high chance that they'll move him. Players like that are really unhappy with the front office and are just a distraction to the young players on the team, I think they get traded. Maybe even Iguodala, players like that. But can I see Kuzma moving? I don't think so. Drummond, maybe, because his contract comes off the books after next season, and they don't want to move it. They don't want to, or he can opt out this summer, actually. They don't want to lose him for nothing, right? So maybe they do move Drummond. But again, like I said, 75% of these rumors, maybe more, never come to fruition. I did hear about DJ Augustine, that the Lakers are interested in him. I think he'd be a solid piece. But like I told my boy, Big Baby Jonathan, who called in the other night, shout out to him, by the way. Check out his channel. Like I told him, DJ Augustine is very good. I like him, shifty. Could he help us off the bench? Absolutely. He could score, maybe not in bunches, but he could definitely pick his spots and do damage here and there. And, he could change pace coming off the bench and stuff like that. But my concern is just he's a little bit undersized. And in today's modern NBA, all the guards are like 6'3" and up. Yeah, that's my only concern. Darren Collison, the same, but at least we don't have to trade for him. So he's, like I said, low risk, high reward if you do add him. Drew Holiday's a name that's also been out on the trade rumor mill. We're going to get into all this in post game. You guys can call in later on today. So, but for tonight, let's just talk about tonight's game. Blake Griffin coming back to town. He always tries to show out. Like I said, I think D Rose is going to try to show out because he's been linked to the Lakers. And if he likes LA and we know he has a good relationship with LeBron, then maybe he's going to try to ball out. And remember, last year when Muscala kind of killed us in one game, the Lakers went out and traded for him, which was a mistake, in my opinion. But all in all, sometimes these guys show out and they catch the Lakers' eye. So, again, interested to see tonight who balls out. I think Blake Griffin, Derrick Rose, and Drummond are all going to ball out because two of those three have been linked in rumors. So, they're trying to prove themselves. But how y'all feeling, man? How y'all feeling about all these Kuzma rumors and all this stuff? I'm heading over to the comment section. Never forget about you guys. Said Danny Green's going to ball out. Hopefully. He's looked good this new year, so hopefully he continues. My homegirl was sending him a message earlier. She was like, what should I say? I said, hey, man, continue your good play, and all that good stuff. He said, Kuz makes finna have an off night again. Okay. And you know this how? Did you look into the crystal ball, my friend? He said Kuz should prove himself because he might get traded again. To me, other than one game where he dropped the bagel, but other than that, he's looked really good, if not great, since he came back from injury. So I'm happy with what Kuz is doing, and I'd be really bummed out if he was traded, unless it was for an all-star, like a proven player, like a Drew Holiday, Zach LaVine. Then I'd be really bummed out. Other than that, he said Blake Griffin is out. Is he? Okay, cool. Well, if Blake Griffin is out, then we shouldn't let up because the next man up. Any given night, anybody could turn up. So. He said, don't like the Kuz rumors, but considering speculation and consistency, I get it. If anything, his name is surfacing in trade rumors because a lot of teams see the potential in him. And they saw all the young cats that the Lakers have traded away have pretty much gone to ball out, including Brandon Ingram, D'Lo, Julius, etc. So teams are always trying to poach young talent like that. When you're not a contender, especially, you really try to poach young talent. So I hope the Lakers don't fall into that trap and get like a 1-year Band-Aid type player. And then we lose, a good future piece. That's what I don't want. I'm thinking of the future, not just, I know a lot of LeBron fans are saying, hey, do whatever it takes to get LeBron a ring. But really, if you think about it, trading Kuz will actually, if you don't get the same scoring value for the price, for the 1.7 mil, then you're actually giving more for LeBron to shoulder, the load, more offensive, duties to LeBron. So, Kuzma takes pressure off of AD and LeBron when he comes in and scores. So, and if anything, we need him. There's other trading pieces we could use, other contracts that are bigger, like KCPs, that we could potentially use. Not saying that I want him traded. I'm just saying that would probably bring in something better in return. Because let's not forget, you have to match salaries or be within the cap. So, that's all I'm saying about the whole Kuz thing. I'm not opposed to making a great move, but just to make a trade, nah, I wouldn't do it. He said, not much, but keep up the good work. Thank you, Alvin. Thank you so much, bro. I appreciate the donation. He said, congrats on 11K. Thank you, brother. Thank you so much. He said, Rondo's actually terrible. He has to go. I'm tired of seeing him getting minutes. We need Collison. Yeah, but according to sources, Collison's not going to make his return till February. So, once tax season comes in, that's when, Collison might try to cash in. But it'll be interesting to see if that's, because that's been the move that's been rumored. If the Lakers are going to cash in on that, or they're still looking at Iggy. I don't know, because like I told you guys, over the past couple of years, the moves that we don't see coming are the ones that always happen. Like, who saw Muscala being traded for Zubac? Not a soul. Like, I would not have, been able to guess that in my wildest dreams. So, or should I say nightmares. So, like I said, trades could come out of left field, man. You just never know. Would you trade for Hero? I love me some Tyler Hero. You guys know how I've been feeling about him since he was at Kentucky. I compared him to a young up-and-coming Devin Booker. But I don't think Miami would trade him because he's very, very good. He's hit a little bit of a rookie wall lately. I know because I've been drafting him on fantasy draft. But all in all, man, that Tyler Hero kid just showed too much promise already to get rid of him. We should get rid of Daniels and Dudley and possibly Cook. If there's something to be, upgraded in those positions, I agree. But we'll see. What do you think of the Lakers looking at trade offers for Kyle Kuzma? Well, this is what I think. I think Rob Pelinka, I told you guys, I felt like Kuzma was going to be kept even in the Anthony Davis trade. I have the same feeling. I feel like come trade deadline, we'll still have Kyle Kuzma on the roster. I really don't see why we should trade him unless a way better piece comes through. And by I mean, like I said, somebody who's already established, like a Zach LaVine or a Drew. Other than that, I wouldn't even look at trades. But again, Rob is probably just doing his due diligence. Based on reports, he's really reluctant to even move, to even, he doesn't even want to think about a trade with Kuz from what I'm hearing. So something would have to like blow him out of the water for him to pull the trigger, in my opinion. And that's good. You want a GM that, he doesn't close the door on everything. He has to be open-minded because you don't want somebody who's closed-minded. What if, a lifetime opportunity type deal that's going to guarantee a championship comes through? Then you can't say no, right? Because at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. However, the chances of that happening are slim to none. If you notice, the whole league hates the Lakers and they lowball us, while other teams like the Knicks, they give away Porzingis for like, Smith Jr. and second-round picks. So what I'm trying to say is I don't expect a blockbuster move to happen with the Lakers, and I think anything with Kuz involved is a blockbuster to me because that's how highly I think of Kyle Kuzma. But I don't expect that. I expect minor tweaks like a Darren Collison or, maybe something else. But role player for role player. He said Michael J. Porter is legit, should go for him. Again, you have to think from both sides. This is not NBA 2K where you can force a trade. Michael Porter Jr., he's been injured, and he's barely coming back from injury, and he's had a couple of breakout games. So it really wouldn't make sense for the Denver Nuggets to trade him right now that he's finally basically paying off for them believing in him and taking him in the lottery. You know what I'm saying? Hey, what's up, T? How you doing, girl? Good to see you. Rondo must go, attached to KCP, unfortunately. We'll see. We'll see, guys, because like I said, I don't expect a blockbuster. I expect a minor move. Just like I did in the past when I told you guys something minor like Jordan Clarkson getting traded. That was a minor move. But, do I expect Kuz or anybody else? Nah, I'd be shocked. Happy New Year, Lex. Thank you, bro. Michael Porter Jr. is a superstar in the making. What was that? He said Michael Jordan Jr. is a superstar in the making. If he stays healthy, there's no way Denver trades him. I agree. Well, I don't know if he's a superstar. I don't like to throw away the word super, right? But is he an up-and-coming player? For sure he is. And who knows how good he can be. We haven't seen enough of him to say superstar. Exactly will be just minor moves. Hey, what's up, bro? How you doing? Good to see you, man. He said, will AD play today? I think so. I haven't heard nothing about that. Hey, Dan, what's up? What's up, Sharon? How you doing? Good to see you. What time is the game? It starts at 7, so we got less than 20 minutes, man. In about 18, the game starts. He said, they are not trading KCP. He does not want to go from a chip team to a lottery team. I agree. I don't expect it, but would I be shocked? I wouldn't be shocked at whatever happens at this point. The Lakers need another ball handling type guard who can play, make, and score from the perimeter. Now, what it's going to take to get somebody like that, I have no clue. Like, for example, let's say we miss out on Collison and they go out and get DJ Augustine. I mean, DJ Augustine should come at a very low price. I'm talking, potentially Quinn Cook for DJ Augustine type swap, something like that, But what I'm looking for, and this is the Lakers are notorious for doing this, even though it was a different front office back then, is a move like back in 2009, 2010, when we traded for Trevor Ariza, who was he had a lot of promise. Well, not a lot of promise. He had some promise. He had already gone to do 2 different teams. The Knicks had traded him away to the Magic, and the Magic gave him to the Lakers for Vladimir Radmanovic. A trade like that would be good because what happens is we're looking for needs. We need potentially a knockdown 3-point shooter, a perimeter wing defender, and a ball handling guard who can score. So those are things that the Lakers are looking for. If you can get all of that out of one player, great. But most likely not. It might have to be 2 minor moves, 2 or 3. And I'm looking for a steal type of trade like that, maybe, or even an addition like maybe a Jeff Green or somebody like that who can switch positions out in the perimeter. D Rose would be good, but I don't know what it takes to get him. So all in all, what I'm looking for Lakers is to do one of them signature stamp type moves that solidify this championship run. He said, we need to get D Rose, Dan. And again, I'm very curious tonight to see how he performs. I haven't watched too much of Derrick Rose, but I know he's a baller. He has a lot of heart, so I love him for that. We might need to get a player like that. But what is it going to take? What is Detroit looking for? Detroit's basically a rebuilding team. So we don't have too much young talent to offer. And what I do, Kyle Kuzma for Derrick Rose? Absolutely not. What's your prediction for tonight's game? Keep up the good work. Thanks, Alfred. Prediction for tonight's game, the Lakers should win handily, especially if there's no Blake Griffin now. I can't confirm those reports, but somebody did mention that in the comment section. So if he doesn't play tonight, then, it should be a victory. But regardless, we're the better team. We just can't let up. We got to come out from the get and jump on this team, And you can't let Andre Drummond, who's been balling out, you can't let him get second chance points, rebounds, and all that extra tip dunks and all that. But luckily, we have AD to combat that and pretty much take over games. LaVine for Kuzma? Yes, I would do that. Now, I wouldn't trade Kyle Kuzma for a lot of people, but Zach LaVine is cold. He's cold-blooded. Kuzma for Beal, it would take a lot more because I think he has a max contract, doesn't he? Bradley Beal, so probably not. He said Collison won't guarantee anything. No, but he will help our bench out, and that's what we need right now. Now, like I said, we might need 2 to 3 moves, a little minor tweaks here and there. So I'm not saying Collison is the end-all, be-all, but he definitely will be a great addition to the squad. He said it would be Kuzma +1 or cash for Levine. Yeah, I'd do that. Again, Levine is a beast. For those of you guys that have not seen, and you guys know how I feel about our UCLA products, man. I love them. I love them. The only player I don't like that's from UCLA is Russell Westbrook. One, because he stat pats a lot, and he doesn't play winning brand of basketball. And two, because he talks smack about the Lakers when we were struggling and basically said nobody's coming to save us. So I'm not a big fan of Russell Westbrook for that. But all would be forgiven if we did land him. You know what I'm saying? He said, let's trade Kuz. He's more worried about his fits than his actual game. He's too Hollywood now. I mean, if you're going to trade him just based off of that, then I would hate for you to be the GM, because there's been a lot of glamorous players that have come through here and can still back it up. I understand your concern, but remember, he's gone through injury this year, and he's starting to get going. So there's no reason to critique the young guy, man. He's going to mature, and you want to have a player like that when he matures, because it's a wrap. He said Green, Kuz, and KCP for Beal. Would you do that? Green, Kuz, and KCP for Beal. I don't even know if the money matches up, but Bradley Beal to me has a little bit of a way too expensive contract. I'm not a fan of his contract. That's hard for me to turn down, obviously, because it's Bradley Beal. But damn, that contract is, I mean, I don't know. He's one injury away from looking like a horrible contract. If the money matches up, then I'd consider that. Obviously, Bradley Beal added to Anthony Davis and LeBron would be overpowered as heck. And then maybe you can call up a player like Talon Horton-Tucker, who's been balling out, give him some minutes. So yeah, I'd seriously consider that. Obviously, you're getting an all-star in return. But dang, you're giving up Kuz, you're giving up Danny Green and KCP. Those are three really good role players that have a shot, at especially come playoff time. So I don't know, man. I don't know. He said, would you trade JJ Redick? I like JJ Redick, man, but we have a couple of streaky shooters already, and I know JJ is more consistent than the ones we have, obviously. But his contract is also expensive. Like, it would have to be Danny Green for JJ Redick, and at this point, I prefer Danny Green because he could play defense, honestly. He said LeBron has AD and still wants another superstar. I don't think it's LeBron that wants another superstar. I think it's the front office, because they want to take pressure off of LeBron and Anthony Davis. They've been playing heavy minutes. And it's not just a superstar that they're looking for. It's just a starter-type player who can come in and, he's going to produce every game. I'm kind of mad that we didn't jump on that one kid from Phoenix, man, when the Wizards traded him. What's his name? I forget his name. The one that all the girls love. What's his name? You guys know who I'm talking about. Pretty boy from the Phoenix Suns. He's like 6'7", 6'8". Amazing wing player. He's been balling out too. So I would have loved to add him. Kelly Oubre. Thank you. Kelly Oubre. That's the type of move that we need, right? Kelly Oubre, we all saw the potential when he was in Washington. I was like, what? They traded Kelly Oubre? I was shocked. Lakers need that, man. We need Kelly Oubre. We need a player like that who's an up-and-comer and is going to hit his stride. And it's a big-time player, a prime-time player when the bright lights hit. We need a player like that. And the Lakers are notorious for looking at young talent and taking a chance on him, and he pays off, right? So that's what we need, man. We need a Kelly Oubre type steal. You look around the league, there's not too many of those young up-and-coming players, but somebody I would look at to take a chance on, especially because he plays perimeter defense. Well, in college he did, would be somebody like Josh Jackson. If we could somehow, give up a second-round pick, a late second-round pick for somebody like that, maybe, they release him and we can get him. Worst case scenario, you send him down to the G League. But, I want to take a shot on a player like that, a wing defender who's athletic, who can slash and can do a little bit of everything. That would be nice, because Kelly Oubre was a steal for the Phoenix Suns. And like I said, we did that with Trevor Ariza. We did that with Shannon Brown. We got a couple of steals during our championship run. So I'm hoping the Lakers can get one of these undiscovered gems, up-and-coming players around the league, and he can, he can spread his wings with the Lakers. That would be dope. But anyways, guys, we'll save some of this topic of conversations for after the game. For the recap, remember, I'm going to be giving out the number again tonight, man, for you guys can call in and get you guys more involved. However, I'm gonna wait a little longer because I felt like I didn't involve enough of the people in the comment section who don't feel like calling in. So this time I'll probably do the phone calls around the 15 to 20-minute mark, depending on how the chat is going. But either way, there will be phone calls tonight in the recap, so stay tuned. If you guys already haven't, please subscribe, smash the thumbs up button, and I appreciate you guys so much, man. Let's get this victory tonight, and I'll see you guys after the game. Peace out, Laker Nation.